Have you ever seen a bride sob as a donkey snatches her veil while her mother screams at a sheriff? I have. It all began when I found a 30-foot wedding tent in my field, erected like it owned the place. That morning, I woke to the scent of alfalfa and the gentle brays of my donkeys, as always. But with coffee in hand, stepping onto my porch, I saw a wedding planner's fantasy sprawled across my land. A white reception tent had sprouted overnight, with crews arranging floral arches, gold-trimmed chairs, buffet tables, and enough lights to rival a fireworks show. My land, private for over 20 years, inherited through a deed written in cursive and sealed in county records, was now a reality TV wedding set. My boots crunched the trampled soil where my crops lay ruined by tire tracks and high heels. A man with a clipboard nearly collided with me, muttering about table placements before realizing I wasn't staff. Then I saw her, heels sinking into dirt, a pearl-encrusted visor, and a megaphone that screamed HOA tyranny. Linda, the neighborhood's loudest voice, always citing rules about lawn height or holiday lights being 2 inches too wide, had turned my alfalfa field into her daughter's wedding stage without a call or knock. She didn't flinch when she saw me. Instead, she flashed a smug smile and waved. "Oh, good, you're here," she chirped, as if I'd been invited. Pointing to the field, she claimed the community fence made my land public-facing, so it was only fair for the neighborhood to use it. I asked if she had a permit. Her smile tightened. "Don't be difficult, Tom. It's just one afternoon. It'll boost property values." I stared at the tire marks crushing my crops, planted through years of sweat and storms. She took my silence as agreement and strutted off to direct a cake the size of a tractor tire. I walked back to my house, hands steady but heart pounding, not with anger, but calculation. Raised to be polite but not a doormat, I knew Linda had overstepped. Passing my barn, where my donkeys, Daisy, Patches, Milo, and others, chewed hay, one brayed as if sensing my plan. "Soon, friends," I whispered, scratching my head. I spend hours documenting photos of tents, tire ruts, and a dance floor over fresh soil. I called the county, no permits filed, no land use requests. A zoning friend confirmed this was illegal trespassing, especially with commercial catering. Then, my nephew's Christmas drone became my weapon. By sundown, I was capturing aerial footage of every vendor logo and guest list pinned to a whiteboard, undeniable evidence. Linda's smug email to the HOA listserv, praising my generosity, lit my inbox with congratulations for opening my heart. I didn't reply. I forwarded her email to the zoning board, sheriff's office, and permit division, attaching drone footage titled "Unauthorized Wedding Venue." That evening, as violinists rehearsed in my field, Linda stood like a queen, unaware that her empire was crumbling. She didn't know about the donkeys, soon to wear floral crowns and steal the show. The next morning, I was up before dawn, strategizing. Linda wasn't just rude, she was calculated, assuming no pushback. Sipping coffee, I watched Miss rise from the field where her tent stood. Music blared from a generator-powered speaker as staff fussed with linens and gold-lettered signs. I headed to the county records office, pulling zoning files and permit records. Nothing existed. The clerk whispered that Linda had filed a fake, shared land, notice, listing my field as HOA property. This explained the duped vendors. I handed copies to the sheriff's deputy, who urged more documentation. My nephew's drone circled, capturing trucks in my pasture and ruts slicing through clover. We spliced footage, zooms on damaged crops, the tent's footprint, a cake truck nearly tipping in mud. Titled "Field Invasion." It was saved on 3 drives. That evening, Linda appeared at my porch, clipboard in hand, smile as fake as plastic. She mentioned adding tables and preached community unity. I reminded her this was private land. Her smile didn't waver. She called my donkeys a sanitation risk and threatened animal control. I stared unblinking. She muttered about progress and left. In the barn, I patted my donkeys, whispering, "Your time's coming." The next day, a man claiming to be from an animal safety committee arrived, flashing a homemade badge. I photographed it, showed my livestock registration, and threatened to call real animal control. He fled. A florist called, furious, learning from me that Linda lied about HOA ownership. I sent her my deed. 2 vendors left, but Linda hired replacements, doubling down with more decorations. I installed motion sensor cameras and printed my deed for the rehearsal dinner. As violins played and Linda mingled, I sent the drone video to a local news station. They loved it, promising to air it post-wedding. The donkeys, brushed and crowned with flowers by my granddaughter, were ready. The wedding day dawned golden. SUVs delivered guests in stilettos and sequins, sinking into dirt. A violinist tripped, a quartet cancelled. From my barn, I watched Linda in a lavender dress and oversized hat, barking orders. Her daughter posed by a floral arch, veil gathering soil, the groom lip-dazed. At 2:55, I opened the barn. Daisy led, stepping regally toward the tent, followed by Milo, Patches, and others. Hooves thudded softly, heads swaying, flower crowns bobbing. Guests gasped as Daisy nosed a petal basket and hit the buffet. Patches snagged a streamer, Milo brayed, startling violinists into dropping bows. Linda's shriek cut the air. She flailed, yelling about livestock and trespassing. A donkey sneezed on shrimp. Patches stepped on the bride's veil, tearing it. Another knocked over a microphone, triggering ear-splitting feedback. Guests laughed or filmed, some thought it was art. The sheriff's cruiser rolled up, lights flashing. Linda ranted about animal invasions. He silenced her, took my folder, deed, permits, drone still, and announced the event's illegality, ordering evacuation. Silence fell, broken by a donkey bray and a dropped wine glass. Linda sputtered. The sheriff, unfazed, called a tow for a catering van. Guests left, muddy and stunned. The bride sat, staring at a tilting cake. My donkeys wandered back, bored. The sheriff scratched Daisy's ears, chuckling. "You know how to exit it." I smiled. This was just the rehearsal. By morning, my field was a wedding wreckage. Crushed petals, broken chairs, smeared cake. A viral clip of Daisy nibbling the cake made her a star. Reporters called. I declined interviews. Linda's lies unraveled, vendors demanded payment, learning the HOA wasn't footing the bills. An emergency HOA meeting erupted. Quiet board member Susan called, describing chaos as residents, misled by Linda's generosity, tale, demanded accountability. Linda was suspended, then permanently removed. Neighbors aired grievances, extorted fees, mailbox threats. The news aired my drone footage, headlined, "Country Charm vs. HOA Madness." The bride apologized online, claiming ignorance. Late-night shows mocked the donkey chaos. A children's author pitched a flower donkey wedding book. I insisted the farmer reclaim her land. I hired landscapers to restore my field, billing the HOA, who paid swiftly. A news sign, "Private property, no events," hung with a rusted tent pole, a local photo spot. Linda called, leaving a voicemail about moving forward. I saved it unanswered. She moved out quietly, her house sold to a kind newlywed couple who brought pie and gratitude. My granddaughter's barn birthday party, with hay bales and donkey photos, drew laughter. I wasn't just a farmer anymore, a protector of stories, a guardian of peace. Months later, my field bloomed greener. A tourism company leased part for a petting zoo and donkey rides on my terms. Neighbors volunteered, story time, painted signs, and a barn photo booth. My donkeys thrived, Patches mastering feed bin break-ins, Daisy charming toddlers. One day, I found a gold hairpin from the wedding. I tossed it into a bucket of forgotten things and stepped into the sun, kids' laughter echoing. Linda was gone, but the story lived, a testament to boundaries, defended not with lawsuits, but with flower-crowned donkeys. What do you think? Was my donkey prank justice or too far? Share your thoughts below. How do you handle entitled neighbors? Your comments fuel the conversation and help this story reach more people. Like, subscribe, and let's keep the debate alive.